Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to properly filter homemade olive oil after pressing it, so you can remove sediment, clarify the oil, and make it ready for consumption much sooner. If you've just made your own olive oil at home, you already know how exciting it is. The color is intense, the aroma is powerful, but freshly pressed olive oil is usually cloudy. That cloudiness comes from tiny particles of olive pulp and natural sediment that remain suspended in the oil. If you don't filter it, you normally have to wait weeks or even months for the oil to settle naturally. But today I'm going to show you a simple method to filter fresh pressed olive oil using cotton and gravity, so you can enjoy it much sooner. What do we need? Freshly pressed olive oil, clean cotton for filtration, a funnel, and a clean bottle where the filtered olive oil will collect. The first step is placing cotton inside the funnel. This cotton will act as our natural filter. Don't just use a thin layer. Add enough cotton so that the oil has to slowly pass through it. That resistance is what allows the cotton to trap impurities and sediment. We place the funnel on top of a clean, dry bottle. Make sure the bottle is completely dry. Water should never mix with olive oil, especially when you want to store it properly. Now we slowly pour the freshly pressed olive oil into the funnel. At this point, it might look like nothing is happening. The oil is not dripping yet. This is completely normal. The cotton is absorbing the oil and becoming fully saturated. Before filtration begins, the cotton needs to be soaked. This process takes time. If you are filtering around 8 liters of homemade olive oil, this process can easily take more than 10 hours. Yes, it is slow. But this slow filtration is exactly what guarantees a clean and stable result. Filtering homemade olive oil properly is not about speed. It's about patience. As you can see, right now no drops are falling yet. The cotton is still absorbing everything. But once it becomes fully saturated, the first drops will begin to fall. And once they start, the process will continue drop by drop. That slow dripping is a good sign. If the oil flows too fast, it means the filtration is not effective. The slower it passes through the cotton, the more sediment is being retained. While the oil filters, it's important to protect it from dust and contamination. You can lightly cover the top to prevent anything from falling into the funnel. Cleanliness is essential when working with fresh olive oil. We started this process in the garage right after pressing the olives, but once everything is set and stable, you can move it indoors to a cleaner environment to continue the filtration. Now you can begin to see the first drops forming underneath the funnel. This is where the transformation starts. Look at the oil in the funnel. It still looks cloudy and turbid. That cloudiness is the sediment that will be trapped by the cotton. But look at the oil already collected in the bottle below. It is much clearer, more transparent, and visibly cleaner. This is the difference proper filtration makes. At about halfway through the process, we're going to change the top layer of cotton. Let me show you why. When we remove the cotton, you can clearly see the residue it has trapped. These are tiny particles left from the pressing process. Small pieces of olive pulp, microscopic solids that would otherwise remain suspended in the oil. This is exactly what we want to remove. We replace the cotton with a fresh layer and continue the process. Again, patience is key. While the oil filters, you don't need to stand next to it all day. Just let gravity do the work. When the funnel empties, you refill it gently. And little by little, the bottle below fills up. Drop by drop. This is natural olive oil filtration without machines, without chemicals, just a simple gravity system. Now take a closer look. The oil inside the funnel still looks cloudy. But the oil in the bottle below is noticeably clearer. You can even see through it more easily. The clarity is improving with every drop. This is what properly filtered extra virgin olive oil should look like after removing sediment. After several hours, we are almost done. The bottle is nearly full, and only a small amount remains in the funnel. It has taken time, but the result is worth it. Let me show you the cotton after finishing the entire filtration process. Look at this. All the impurities are trapped inside the cotton. The dark, thick residue remains there. What passes through is only clean, clarified olive oil. This is the sediment that would have stayed in your oil if you had not filtered it. Now, let's transfer the filtered olive oil into a smaller bottle so you can see the final result more clearly. Look at how transparent it is now. You can clearly see the background through the bottle. The oil is no longer turbid. It is clean, stable, and ready to use. This is homemade, artisan olive oil. Freshly pressed and properly filtered. And yes, this is the kind of oil that makes incredible toast. Remember, commercial olive oil from the store is already filtered and ready for consumption. This process is specifically for homemade olive oil that you have pressed yourself. Proper filtration improves clarity, stability, and shelf life. And the final result speaks for itself. Clean, golden, transparent olive oil, free of sediment and ready to enjoy. If you found this helpful and you're making your own olive oil at home, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more traditional food processes, homemade olive oil techniques, and practical step-by-step tutorials. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.